today we're going over the Trapper, what he's used for, why he's useful, his location, everything like that. The main location for the Trapper is in Saint Denis, and Saint Denis is bottom right corner of the map. It's actually a fun fact about Saint Denis is it's based on New Orleans. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to sell. I suggest selling all your pelts to him, and I really suggest taking all your legendary pelts here. In fact, I don't suggest it, you need to. You need to take all your legendary animal pieces to this guy right here. So, the one thing I don't really sell to the Trapper is meat, because I like to cook all my meat and use it for food. It's the best way to keep your character fed. Definitely sell those antlers, horns, stuff that you can't use, just sell it. Second thing we'll go over the Trapper is outfits. As you can see here, there is a lot of outfits, and you need a lot of things for them. You're going to need legendary animal pelts for these. Not all of them, but most of them. Each outfit has different components that you need different things for. If you're curious, check what you need before you go through it. So I will show you. This is the Ghost Bison outfit. There is 5 pieces to it. 2 of which involve the legendary bison pelt, 3 of which involve the elk pelt. You can also get regular clothing from him that you just use regular old pelts for. This is the hat section. You can switch over using left or right button to see his other clothes. Here we have our reinforced equipment tab. These are challenges that you can take while you're in the game that you will find in your progress tab. Each one has different things, like for instance bandits, you're robbing people. Horsemen here, you have to do horse challenges. And all the reinforced equipment does is it boosts your ammo capacity, as well as sometimes giving you a better draw rate and stuff like that, depends on what you're going on. Right there you would see that there's saddles you can buy, hence I mentioned a pre-purchase saddle in another video. This is where I got it. You can also buy some knickknacks here and there. We're also going to go over the fence today too. The fence is basically the Trapper but for valuables. The first thing I'll show you is the trinkets and talismans that he can give you, or that you can buy. As you can see, I've unlocked the beaver tooth trinket because I have a legendary beaver tooth. All of these require legendary animal parts. You take your excess legendary animal parts here, take your pelts and your carcasses to the Trapper. Just for an example, the Fox Claw Trinket basically extends your Eagle Eye about 5 seconds more. The trinkets are pretty easy to get. You just get a legendary animal piece. The talismans, on the other hand, have a special thing to them. You have to not only get legendary animal parts, you also have to get certain valuables, and you also have to get a certain rare item that is located somewhere on the map. I have not gotten any talismans yet, no. For instance, the alligator teeth talisman, you need to have vintage Civil War handcuffs, which are in a specific spot on the map that we can always go over later in a different video. So that would be talismans and trinkets. Next thing I'll show you is the selling, of course. This is your most important thing with a fence. You don't have to go to this one. This one is literally next to the Trapper in Saint Denis. Any fence will work. But you can sell any of the valuables that you may have acquired, whether you robbed somebody, robbed a train, stole it off a corpse, searched saddlebags, whatever. This is where you sell your valuables. You want to be careful though, because certain valuables are used for the talismans mentioned earlier. So you don't want to sell those. For instance, what we're trying not to sell is those earrings right there, because we need them for a talisman. I have not sold any cigarette cards. I was kind of trying to wait to see if I got the full set before I sold them, just in case. The other thing the fence can do is you can buy stuff from him. You can buy anything from dynamite to tomahawks to melee weapons to masks. He sells everything. He's an amazing guy. It's wonderful. I will suggest buying melee weapons, especially like a hatchet. The hatchet you can actually throw at people. It's pretty fun. He sells gun oil as well. I haven't gone over it yet, but always make sure you have gun oil. You got to keep your weapons maintained. And you'll see that in a different video. Here's some of the masks. These are large masks. They stay on your horse. So if you want them on, you got to put them on before you get away from your horse. He also sells recipe pamphlets. A lot of recipe pamphlets, so that you can cook at your crafting and your campfire. A lot of these I don't have because I don't bother too much with it, but I did buy a few, especially like the dynamite arrow, because that's needed for a challenge. Anyways, if you have any questions, comments, please take a chance to like, and have a good night. And we are going to actually buy the hatchet, because it's awesome.
In that case, how may I help you?
So I went and had a little fun after I bought that hatchet. And I figured I'd just show you. You can throw the hatchet. That was actually a throw into his head. Or you can hit people with the hatchet. Just like that. It's wonderful. It's like my favorite things today. Oh, chop. And chop. Have a good night.